Pollinators, we know, play a vital role in our ecosystems, but in an increasingly urbanized world, they're under threat, and trying to create spaces where they can thrive is becoming more challenging. So, eco-expert Krishma Porval is here to share ways to save pollinators with some gardening hacks. Good to have you back. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so let's talk about why pollinators are just so important to the ecosystem.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the weather's getting nicer. We have, the natural world in full bloom. We have our flowers and trees brightening up our green spaces. And other than the warm weather and the rain, we really have pollinators to thank for this, and also for many other aspects of life as we know it. So pollinators are insects and animals that pollinate our plants. So this means they help turn flowers into fruits, seeds, nuts, and help spread the next generation of seedlings. And examples of pollinators include birds, bees, beetles, butterflies, etc. And actually, research states that 1 in every 3 bites of food that we eat is thanks to pollinators and their hard work.
Oh, what a cool stat. Wow. Okay,
Exactly.
So what is causing the decline in bees and other pollinators?
Yeah, so pollinators face a number of different threats to their populations, and if they're in danger, so is our food system, right? So that's a reason to definitely take action on this. One of the reasons why their population is declining is because of urban sprawl. So as we turn more and more green space into concrete cities, there are less flowery meadows and forests where pollinators can live and feed. Secondly, the widespread use of pesticides by farmers and homeowners is a real threat to especially bees, actually, because pollen covered in pesticide is lethal to bee populations. And then thirdly, we just have greenhouse gases causing global warming. So with rising temperatures everywhere, we're seeing a drop in reproductive rates among pollinators. So because it's so hot, they're not able to have as many babies as they would in previous seasons. But
there are things we can do.
Exactly.
Right. So those are all the problems. That's what is happening. That's what's occurring, and we can see that. So there are some things that you can do, because you may think, oh, well, this is too big of a problem. It's not. You've got some gardening hacks. So first, you recommend growing friendly flowers, like pollinator-friendly flowers. So what are some examples of those?
Exactly. So the best thing we can do for our pollinators is grow their favorite wildflowers in our gardens, balconies, windowsills, and then I would say, because they're native pollinators, they love native wildflowers, right? And this is good news. Because they're native, they don't need as much tending to. They're pretty much just going to thrive on their own. They're not going to need as much water. They're not going to need as much mulching. You kind of just let them do their thing. And you can pick up wildflower seeds at your local grocery store, garden store, and even some local libraries are giving them away for free.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, you say create a nesting place in your garden. What does that mean?
So that means it's a way to support pollinators is by just letting a small patch of your lawn grow wild. You can use a little fence or a ribbon marking the area that you're not going to mow your lawn, use any fertilizer, pesticide, weed killer, anything like that, and just let nature do its thing. This little patch is going to turn into a pollinator habitat all on its own.
So wait, so you've got your lawn, and there's going to be a little patch there that is going to be wild.
Yeah,
and you're going to tell your neighbors, back off, because this is what I'm doing.
This is what I'm doing to save the planet. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, your next tip, support local beekeepers.
Yeah, so I think bees are definitely one of our most important pollinators. And what's really concerning is that Ontario's actually listed 2 new native bee species as at risk. So it's even more important to support our local beekeepers, because what they do is they host bee populations, of course. So going to the farmer's market, buying some local honey, buying their cute little beeswax products like candles or honey candies, it's a great way to support your local bee populations and support local businesses.
That's a great note to end on. Krishma, great to see you. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
All right.
Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked this, be sure to subscribe here, or you can check out more Your Morning videos right here.